count on him.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across. The 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Check 31. Kill. Slam.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Team 6. Hurry. Get it.
From the 36, Hill is going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
53.
Now Breeze on third down. And he finds Cook. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Brees now to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Mike. 20 seconds. 11. 20 seconds.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
21. Mike spot 4. Here we go. Hey, Haywood. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Tonight.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Breeze, it's caught, the tight end Hill, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside. The 30.
Go! A gain of 34 yards. First down, Dallas.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, line in. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, line in. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Here we go, going to 53.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now it's Breida. And he's got room. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. These two teams all tied after 1. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
10 yards, good for a Saints first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
53, Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. He'll kill. 53's Mike. Check 53. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. All day, defense. All day. Hey, easy.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise touchdown, New Orleans. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield as you...
He's got daylight past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Keep playing hard, fellas. We're going to 54. Hey, one set. Check, right, move. 54. Squeeze, double. Mike 5-4.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Mike, 53. Hey, orbit.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
60 outlaw. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, dude. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
The 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Matt Breida, 44 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan. And that is sack of the year. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. It's in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36.
Let's go, Buck.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have. Possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Yellow lady. What we got?
On first down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now Breeze. It's caught by Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second and goal. Breeze, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Hey, watch the ball. Let's go. Five. Number 53, Mike 53.
Breeze now on third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Des Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on second and 7. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter play. From the 38, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Prescott now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Opposite. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 24, Prescott. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
On second and a yard. Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Hooked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Throwing deep for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here again is McKinnon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, pick your game up. Run him. Mark 54. Mark 54. Hey, Delta. Here we go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Coming to you.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch the edge.
47.
Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
Hey, 47.
Off.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Joker.
On first down, Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch the ship.
We're going to 53.
Watch the ship.
26.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on fourth. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
54.
Kill.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, easy.
Hey, tight. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Double dog.
Hey, easy.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Here we go.
Hey, watch.
11.
Hey. High 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check three. No. Off.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called